Good morning. Hello. How are you all doing today? Um, that's a bit odd. Hello, Asitsu. How are you? Okay, well, both lights are on today, and we still get the sparkles. That's fun. And Sri, hello. How are you doing today? All right, well, last time, let's see. Also, Zilby's under a chair right now, so he doesn't want to be up visible. Let me update the green screen. I don't think I changed the light profile very much, but I mean sometimes it goes away on its own and sometimes it like as soon as I fix it, it decides, okay, now you're gonna be I need to reset you again. Let's see that direction. Alright, I think that's better. Sri, you're doing great. Excellent. I'm doing pretty good. Happy about being able to work on some asteroids again today, and then also it's a busy week this week, but it's a good busy. Getting to visit with some family, getting to hang out with some friends, doing all that kind of stuff. So, and the weather is finally nice again too, which is good. All right, we got that. What's with the black box? Huh? What is with that black box? What are you? Oh, it says GG Easy Game. Um, I don't know what that was supposed to be there. Okay, well, you're hidden. That was weird too. Well, I think I can see text through me as well. Hold on, let me continue playing around with the filter. Like that maybe? All right. No black boxes. Audio hopefully is pretty good. Camera seems to be okay. I think we're about ready to jump into this. So, we are working on oh right, it's let's see, I needed that, drop to shell, Helix, the README. So we've done a lot so far with this project. And the last little bit before we can say like the game is complete, essentially, is the sounds. No ghosts, all good. I mean, I guess I'm not a ghost right now, so that is good, right? I'm not gonna do music for this because I don't know any like good places to find music to throw that are copyright free that won't get me um won't have any like claims on YouTube, which I constantly get every time I use music, even if I supposedly have the rights to it. Somebody claims it, which is fun. I think it's all the automatic claiming that are happening, and then they release them later, but it's things that I have to go in and do that. Am I coding in NeoVim? No, this is Helix. Helix is similar to NeoVim. It's a CLI editor, but it's written from the ground up in Rust and is basically a brand new project. So it has a lot of things that you would normally pull in through a config in NeoVim. You just sort of have it by default. It's there for you. So, uh, yeah, that's the answer. No, and then the window management is through Zellige. Now, this being said, I believe that I can get some audio through um, YouTube Music, right? Like, I think they have a thing for me. Is there any audio like is there any audio like noise or sound effects like sites that you know that like are legal to use that I can use this? Otherwise, we'll just I'll just record something and use like my voice. Could I please make a video of and YouTube has the little heart icon. next to in front of the words. It, could you please make a video on that? Basically the helix thing, right? Yeah, I'll add a list for that. So all right, created and put into the backlog. Let's see, what can I use for recording audio? Do I have? The only thing that I'm really aware of is Audacity. Which I thought I had. Oh, I don't. I don't have Audacity on this computer. Oh, chip tone is pretty cool for quick small sounds. Also, hello Lillian. How are you doing today? Oh, that's from okay, itch.io. Ooh, yeah. That's a good point. I actually have purchased assets from Itch in the past. Let me see if I can log into that. Because maybe I do own something that's legal and allowed to be used. Okay, finally got into that. That was taking too much. Uh, okay. I am not a robot. I promise you. Okay, let's see if I can find all the let's see. It was my library. Not if I. Oh yeah, my purchases, bundles, and then okay, what was it called? It was called Chiptone. I don't own Chiptone. Okay, let me go see. Okay, this is free sound effects for tools. Yeah, nice. License. All sounds created using Chiptone are free to use for any purpose, commercial or otherwise. Nice. Okay, we can do that. Do I need to give you attributes for everything? I mean, it doesn't say one way or the other, but I will do my best to remember to put this into the repo and the videos. But yeah, this looks great. It's like a thing to make sounds and runs in a browser, and as a so it's like a little app to make sounds. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, I can. Well, I don't want to do that right now. What I would like, can I pay for it later? If I pay for, if I don't, if I like already paid for this. because I would like to skip it right now and then come back to this and pay for it later without being on stream. So I don't actually put my like credit card information on stream. But I don't want it to say like, oh yeah, you already paid for this. You can't do that again. Um, that would kind of suck. Oh, so like, wait, this is the actual thing itself? Oh, I see what you mean. It's an actual app. Okay, never mind. I don't have to download it. I will still like to pay for it though. Off stream, so I will add that as a to do item too. Okay, so what do I want to do for? Let's see, what's the first one? And let's actually grab this before I forget too. Okay, firing bullet. So if I want to fire a bullet, now there's a bunch of sort of generators here. So probably not a coin, maybe a zap. Now I have my audio, and I think I can make it so that you can hear this too. Last time I did this, it caused a buzz in the audio. So let me know if that happens again. Otherwise, it'll be less fun for you all because I'll be able to hear it, but you won't. So actually, where is the cable? Okay, let me know if this creates a buzz. I think let's see. Now the audio should be going out of this. Okay, so you should be able to hear the audio from the Mac now. So when I do something like this, I don't see on OBS that you can hear that. Oh, but it would be through the Red Scarlet. Oh, but I don't actually see that you can hear that. Okay, let's try that. I turn on instrument mode. Oh, I have to turn the volume up probably. Okay. I don't think that's too loud. And then I need to get headphones so I can hear it. Okay. And let's see, if I turn up monitoring, I should be able to hear this now. Oh yeah, okay, I can hear that just fine. I do hear a very faint buzz. Can you hear that? If not, then it's just in my headphones and it's perfectly fine. No buzzing there? Okay, so that's just uh the monitor buzz, or maybe just something I have with this cable. It's a little bit worn down cable and I probably need to replace it, but I have other headphones that I use too, so it'll be fine. Except for that large wasp earlier. I hope, yeah. There shouldn't be a wasp inside. That would suck. Okay, I don't really know most about like what any of these things do. What do we think? High pitch or low pitch? Now we're firing a lot of bullets. Oh, and we can have different sounds for the UFO firing as for us firing too. So like it could be something like this for our bullet. Let's see. That saved a sound wave. Okay, let's rename that to ship fire. And then maybe higher pitch. Something like that. UFO fire. Okay, so if we just do these two, and we're going to start with them, right? So I need to put those into the project. Where do I want to put those? Probably like create like an assets directory, and we're going to move from downloads to assets. Sure, go ahead, access that. And then we need to learn how to do assets. And I guess specifically we need sound, but is there a difference between sound and assets as far as Bevy is concerned? I would imagine it's the same, right? Should I... Okay, plain sounds. Ooh. Audio. Bevy offers a somewhat bare bones, but still useful ECS-based audio framework. This chapter will teach you how to use it. You can play sound effects and music from your game with volume control. There's a rudimentary spatial audio implementation which can pan sounds left, right, and audio based on transforms of entities. You can also implement your own custom sources of audio data if you want. Okay, so I don't need to do anything like that. Just the play sound effects and music is probably all I need. Wait. Hey, this is the first example that we've seen that actually is bare bones and minimal. I love it. It's great. Okay. So we're going to add the default plugins. We add our system set up, and then we're going to Okay, spawn an audio bundle. Source asset server load, and then we tell it where the file is. It doesn't say how it's going to play the audio, so audio control then probably plays it. Okay, so we can have volume to. Okay, so if just pressed set volume, toggle, it's probably what I want, something like that. Set speed. Now it's sync from that music controller get single, and then we're music controller is query audio sync with my music. Okay. Okay. That seems fairly simple for us. So we're going to need let's do a marker component. And so this is going to be, oh, I probably want like a marker component for each type of music, right? For each asset, so I can just get each specific one. So this would be something like Shipfire audio. And UFO Fire audio. And I want, now under systems, we have Asteroid Bullet. I probably want, this probably should go under shared systems. So let's load we're gonna load the audio assets, right? So audio assets. Because that's what's gonna happen here. Hold on. Before I Okay, so we have our game, which does its plugin. So it's not really a resource. It's just going to be an add system startup, right? Yeah, add system startup. And we do that. Okay, so it's going to go into here, which means I do need in the shared system. Okay, so that will run that now. And what do we need in here? We need commands and then the asset server. Okay. And is that mutable? No, it is not. Okay, so we get those two things. And then we're going to command spawn audio bundle. Okay. And then we just do the full thing. We're going to get the source. And the source is just going to be, asset server load. We give it a path, and the path is going to be hopefully at the base of the project, I think. And so that is... Okay, why are you upset? Takes one argument, but right. Okay, so there we go. So we have, this is the shipfire audio, and then I want to do the exact same thing for the other asset too. This is UFO fire and UFO fire audio. Okay, so we've loaded those two things into the game, and the game should still work at this point in time. It loads this into the binary, right? Or it might not. It might load this in at runtime. Okay, but the fact that the game ran, that's great. Now, plain audio. So when the fire, okay, so do I want like a fire event? Do I have a fire event? Runtime. Okay, that's good to know. That also makes sense for it. So for events, we have explosion event and score event. Let's see. Do I want anything other than... I could play the audio in the other one, but I don't think that makes sense. I think it would make more sense to do an audio event, and then we can pass in what sound effect to play. I think that would make sense, right? Although most of you are on ad break, so you can't respond. So if I do... Oh, but it wouldn't be an audio event, right? It would, because it doesn't care about playing the audio. It's just like, hey, this thing happened. It's more like, hey, we fired, like, the bullet fired. Okay, I'm not sure if I really want to put this into an event system. Let's go to the ship systems. Okay, so I have input firing, and then wasn't there the actual firing? Oh, because that's in the bullet, isn't it? Shipfire bullet. Okay, that's where that is. Okay, and so we get to this point and we spawn a bullet, and so we also want to just play the sound for firing a bullet. Now, this is like for music, which is not exactly what we want. We want just a single audio thing. So we're going to find out whether or not this does what we expect it to do. Now, I don't want update speed, but it sounds like I'm going to get the music controller regardless. Now you're getting, okay, so audio sync is for pretty much everything, right? So I want audio sync. So bullet sound, or this could even be just be a sound effect. And I just want one thing, right? So it's, yeah, audio sync. With shipfire bullet. So ship bullet. No. Shipfire audio. So we get to this point, and I want to get single. Okay. Now you're doing this as an okay because yeah, because get single is an option. Okay, so if let okay audio equals, we're gonna do a, what did I call it? It was sound effect query, get single. Okay, so if let okay that, and then what I probably want to do is just do this. Otherwise, we can eprint line. Once we have that, what can you do? Okay, so we can set the volume. Play. Okay, so if I just play it like that. Oh, and then I need to return. Okay, seems fairly simple. And so if I take the exact same thing and we go find UFO fired bullet, and then we have sound effect query, it's going to be UFO fire audio. Okay, so and then this one is could not load UFO firing audio. Epic, hello, how are you doing today? How goes the roiding? That's a unfortunate verbification. Yeah, that's we are not injecting anything into the asteroids yet, but they've gotten quite big and quite dangerous. We need to do the opposite. Whatever the opposite of roids are, we shoot them up with that. Okay, so now if we play this, I hope this doesn't blast all viewers and my ears. So I'm sorry if this does. But I have no idea what the volume is on this. I mean, it seemed to be fine before. Could not load ship firing audio. Okay, never mind. So that didn't work. Huh. And could not load UFO firing audio either. Okay, never mind. So what did we do wrong? We attempted to get a single. I'm attempting to load these two audio assets. The opposite of shooting up with roids is watching Twitch streams. You know this from empirical evidence. Well, I need to put a camera, like I need to give it access to a camera so it can watch that. Oh, probably relative path. Oh, it's yeah, you're probably right. What did you do in the example here? Well, this is a relative path. Okay, so I need to find where where does it load the audio stuff? Asset server. I mean, yeah, that's relative there too. Asset management, maybe? Oh, okay, okay. Let's see. That's in the cheat book. Asset server, where assets loaded. So I could just search for that, right? Where are assets? There we go. The asset server internally relies on an implementation of the asset IO Rust trait, which is Bevy's way of providing backends for fetching data from different types of storage. Bevy provides its own default built-in I/O backends for each supported platform. On desktop platforms, it treats asset paths as relative to a folder called assets that must be placed at one of the following locations, alongside the game's executable file in your cargo project folder when running your game using cargo during development. Okay, so assets. I thought I named it assets, right? Yeah, assets here at the root of the project directory. But okay, I know what the problem is. I told it was in assets, but really it just knows that. I just remove the assets part and just say like, hey, there you go. Load this up. Oh, error. Panicked, unrecognized format. Compute task pool panicked at audio source. Unwrap on an error value, unrecognized format. Play queued audio system, audio source, encoded at panic. Does it not know how to play wave files? Uh, the other thing is that it shouldn't have been running any of those things. Like when it's first starting, none of these files should run, but I guess it should load. And then this crashes. Is this when it builds? Okay, so it's when it runs. Oh, okay. Let me find that over here. Okay, loads files as audio source assets. This asset loader supports different audio formats based on the enabled Bevy features. Okay. Oh, so I need to enable the right feature. So if I do a cargo add, it's just Bevy again, right? And oh, it does. I can't even see it because there's too many. Bevy wave. Okay, so theoretically now this should work. So cargo run. Oh, a new fun compilation time. Why does that start by playing it? When it, oh, wait, when it loads by default, does it just play it? Is there something I can do to like, okay, settings? What are you? Playback settings? Initial settings to be used when audio starts playing. If you'd like to control the audio while it's playing, so I want paused true, right? And default for everything else. Oh, okay. That was the other one now. Okay, good. So now if we start playing, I don't think that was too loud, right? So yeah, there we go. Wait a second. I got the first sound, but not the rest of them. It played once. And same thing for the UFO. Is there something I need to do after, like, to get it to play again? Koofy Man, hello. How are you doing today? Are there any crabs in the game yet? No, I've not put any crabs into the game. I don't know how crabs would work in space. We can imagine that there is a crab in the UFO or the ship. They're just inside, so you can't see them. Okay, so we get the audio. Do I want to do something before play? Do I need to like rewind this or something? Don't want to stop it. You could use the playback mode, remove, and attach it to the bullet? Oh, okay. Like as in attach it as a child to the bullet? Like add in a was it was like a children thing? Just as a component. Oh, playback mode. Oh, okay. Wait. I think I understand what you're trying to say. So in this shared systems here, playback settings paused. Was there like a remove in here? It's not here. See mode in settings. Okay, let's go back. So is it an audio loader? Or is it somewhere else? Oh, okay, I see. Playback mode. Once loop. Oh, once loop, despawn, remove. Play the sound once, do nothing when it ends. Repeat the sound forever. Despawn the entity when the sound finishes playing. Remove the audio components from the entity when the sound finishes playing. Okay. No, I don't want to loop it. So we want either despawn or remove, right? It's probably remove that we want to do. Okay. And so that would be a child. Either one would work. Okay. So then I wouldn't load this here, right? I would just put the audio bundle on the bullet. So essentially I would do this over here, right? So settings, paused is not going to be true. We're going to have mode. Remove that from the entity once it's done. Okay, so if I do that, we don't grab you anymore. Okay, so we'll just grab the asset server. And then theoretically, this should now play the audio every time that the bullet fires, right? And Let's remove the load audio asset so we know that's not going. And so we should hear now the sound effect for a bullet when it plays whenever I fire. Oh, yeah. Hey, that works pretty good. And then UFO is going to come in here and try to kill me. And we're not going to hear any. Yeah, we don't hear any audio. Okay, I like that. I think that's a lot better. So what do we need? We need the asset server. We don't need the sound effect query anymore. And we just need this audio bundle. And this one's going to be the UFO fire wave. Remove that when it's done. And then we're good to go here. Okay. I think that would work. We come back to shared systems and we don't need you anymore. All right, let's see how horrible this is with the UFO that fires that quickly at us. Yep, but of course I killed myself. But yeah, okay, I think that works pretty well. So now we have the sounds of firing bullets. Explosion sounds. I mean, that's pretty long, right? So I can change the length. Wait, I don't really know anything about. Oh, I increased the speed? I don't know what I'm doing. It's like. Oh, it's a frequency. Okay, hold on. Ah, stop. That was bad. That's not too bad. I kind of like this one a little bit more. Maybe something more around like this. And then we're going to call this boom.wave. Okay, so loading this, let's see, where do we put this? This is going to be on the explosion, right? Which I think is on the shared systems. I don't think it's shared systems. Oh, explosion. There we go. Handle explosion event. we spawn the explosion, so we're going to want that asset server again. And then on here, we're going to do an asset bundle. Was it audio bundle? Oh, right. Audio bundle. Okay. Audio bundle. Source. And that's, what was that? It was going to be asset server load. And the path is going to be boom.wave. Default that? No. Because then we have our settings. Oh, playback settings. Mode is going to be playback mode once remove. Everything else is default. Okay, so we get that. Now we should have explosions. Okay, so explosions, we have UFO sound, and then a thrusting sound. Now, I want something to be more, let's see, while we're holding it down, just plays it, so it's going to be really, really low and short. I want something, I mean, it could almost, no, I don't think it'll sound like that. Something like, I feel like I almost want like a straight line, don't I? Because it's almost something like that, but really short and doesn't even go down. Can I change? This is where it's like, okay. If there's any attack, okay, to take K just is how delayed before it goes down. Now I can't hear that at all because I need to raise that up, right? Oh, maybe that. I mean, that doesn't actually sound too bad. And I probably want this be 1 frames amount, right? For like 0.1, 0.16. 0.17 is fine. Okay, so that's available there, which means we get our asset server Head to our ship systems. Okay, so we have input thrust ship. Now I guess this is the only one that I don't. Okay, so what? Let's see. Input thrust ship. Apply thrust maybe. And I want to play you. I want to start playing you with repeat until it ends. I think that's the idea for this. Okay, so if I get the asset server out, I want to, okay, we get to this point. Okay, so if thrust is 0, okay, so then regardless of this, I want to get the asset server. I need to load the audio. Oh, attach it to the thruster and pause, unpause it. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea too. Okay, so hold on. Let me. And add player. We add you there. Now the thruster is. Okay, add ship child, ship thruster. Right, so I have, okay, ship thruster, command spawn, okay. So I just have the thrush mesh like this. And then I now want to add in the audio thing. Audio bundle. Okay. Wasn't it like load? Yeah, there it is. Load with path. This is going to be thrust.wave. We don't have you then. We have mode. Was oh, settings? We're going to have playback settings. Okay, so this would be a, I want you to loop, right? So I want you to loop. I want you to start paused. Default on the rest of you. I think that's it for everything else. Okay, so that's now there. Now when we're thrusting, so in apply thrust, now I get the query thrust velocity transform. Ooh, where do I change thruster colors? Shandu, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so I'm getting thrust and children. The thrusters equals children. Okay, so I get the entity, get the first entity. Oh, but now it's no. I haven't been able to send him a message yet. I've been super busy this week. I need to figure out how I want to word that. So I'll probably be sending it soon. But yeah, thanks for staying on top of that and asking. Yeah, I hope so too. That'd be great. Here's the raster colors. First, commands entity, commands entity. Okay, so now this gives me the first one here, and I want to do that, and then I want. Wait, did I add this to the child? Oh, it. So it is the first one, and I'm doing something like that, right? Yeah. So ship thruster has the thrust mesh and then the audio bundle in it. So I've attached this to the child, and then when I get the child and change the ship thrusters, this first one does what I expect it to do, right? Like it's still is it still that every single time? I'm not 100% I'm not 100% convinced that it's going to be like the order is preserved of the components. Is it? Like is 0 always going to be the first one, and if so, how would I know which one I'm getting? It's like, okay, so if I get that, then I want to do something like if thrust 1. No, it's the one thing, right? So if a mute query, yeah, we only have one, right? So it's the first child. Okay, so I have thrusters. What do I think that 0 is? It's just a Boolean? Oh, it's just the thrust. Okay. It's the thrust component that I created. It's this. Okay. So then I want what was the audio thing again? It wasn't in here. It was in the example. It was somewhere. Where was that? Audio sync. Okay, I want audio sync at that point, right? To grab this back out as part of the query. Okay, so we have thrust and audio sync, and then, okay, so for thrust. Oh, I didn't do this right. I already had this as a tuple. So it's 3 things now. Okay, so we have thrust, audio sync, and children. And so I want to say audio sync toggle, right? Okay, so for thrust, audio sync, oh, and I probably want to do this in, I mean, I guess no matter what, I want to toggle it. Oh yeah, and we could just do play pause too in here. So in here, this is thrusting chip color, so we can do audio sync. We continue playing audio sync, and we pause. Okay. Maybe? No. What did I do wrong? Expected to write curly. I deleted too many things. See, where were we? We were all in here. So we have our query open, close, close. That's good. I have commas after audio sync. Okay. Does feel like I'm missing one right here, doesn't it? Oh, there it is. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, you're right. I might get out of sync. So let's see. What's the chance that this is gonna work? Let's find out. I'm not hearing anything at all. And I'm also no longer seeing it turn red. So I think, I mean, those sound works. Oh, okay, those sounds are working. This sound did not work. Does not have an audio sync? I guess it must not. So when I add the child ship thruster here, which is this, it has an audio bundle. And according to the example here, isn't that how we load this audio? Because like when this is added in, we have my music, which has, okay, with my music, has this audio bundle. But you must be right. It must not have it on it. Let's see. Antonio, hello. How are you doing today? And welcome from Brazil. It says it is inserted when it begins playing. Wait, where does it say that? Is that in here? No, here? That was audio bundle, right? Initial settings that the audio starts playing with. If you would like to control the audio while it is playing, query for the audio sync component. Changes to this component will not be applied to already playing audio. So yeah, okay, that under audio sync. Bevy inserts this component onto your entities when it begins playing an audio source. Use audio bundle to trigger that to happen. Wait, where Bevy inserts this component onto your entities when it begins playing an audio source. Use audio bundle to trigger that to happen. Okay, yeah, let's try setting it to not be paused. You're right. Let's try that. Which I think is just this default true, right? Because that means I think it just starts playing automatically. So if we do that, if we have loop mode and that, okay. Okay, that's not causing it to toggle off when I play it though. So it's still not finding it. Did I learn any new math in this project? Not really. A lot of the math I already knew before. Oh, I guess you know what I learned or relearned again is the tau and circular stuff with pi for moving around the circle. So I learned that. The thrust is on the ship and not the thruster. No, I put it on the thruster here. So ship thruster audio bundle here at this point. Now I could put it on the ship itself. The thrust is on the ship. Right, but when I do the change colors, I'm attempting to query for essentially the ship thrust, right? Like query for the anything that has thrust. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, so then I move this from here to here. And then we play that. Okay. Right, because I get the one with the thrust, which is the ship itself. So, okay. So if we do that, let's try this again. That was probably what the problem the entire time. Okay, so it starts playing. As soon as the game starts, it is paused. And now that works as appropriately. Perfect. It kind of sucks that our bullets the same way because... Hey! Oh, okay. I thought I killed him. Okay, that's pretty annoying. So let's start this paused again and see if that works. Okay, so what was that? That was playback mode. And then there was something else, right? There was, oh, paused. True. So if we do that, Okay, no audio here. Much better. Okay. What do you think about that? That's a little bit, I don't know, if the audio, like everything else I think feels fine. This audio feels a little bit annoying for the thrusters. Everything else I think is fine. Okay, so if we do this again where we don't have a decay, okay, we don't have a release ever. Something like that. That wasn't what I wanted. What? Oh, was it an explosion? It was like an explosion when I did that, wasn't it? Something like this might be better. Okay, so I'm actually curious about this because doesn't it say that it hot loads? Is it by default, or is that something I need to set up? So if I run this, I'm gonna be dead by the time I manage to get that done. Okay, so then I need. I just died instantly, didn't I? Okay, fine. But the game is still running, right? So if I move download sound to asset thrust, change that. Okay, you think it needs to be a constant? No, that's the new sound. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay. So now we have our thrusting sound. Okay. Sounds are in. So let's before I forget. We added sound effects. Okay. Is there anything else we want to add to this game? Otherwise, we just call it a day. One thing that I've been thinking about, but I don't really know how to do, is we can attempt to add AI to play the game on its own. And something that could be interesting for that is either we try a static AI where it just is the quote a bunch of if statements that just sort of figures things out, or you're getting to it, Shandu, a neural network and attempt to build that. Now, we did build a neural network to play a really simple shooting game before, and I kind of made it unfair for the AI. This is an actual game, so it's as fair as it's going to get for that AI. So we could attempt that too, as for like this next part of the project. And this brings up to something else that Itsutu you were talking about, because with who was it? It's there's the professor in the unhindered channel, right? Nick. Um, so for Nick Mafiz was suggesting, like, he was asking if Bevy and ECS would be good for neural network coding, and you were suggesting that it's probably not going to work. But like, this could be a good test for that. What do you think? What do you think? And since I think you have a lot more experience than most of the rest of us in this. Neural network is much more fun than static, in your opinion. Oh yeah, like definitely, especially since we can leave it on. And I think that this could become a new starting soon screen for me too, for everything, which is also a lot of fun. Let's see. The ads are gonna start in around 30 seconds. I think I'll take this time to take a quick break, and then let's come back and we'll chat about how to do it. You can't quite envision how it would work. Yeah, I let's take a quick break. Let's all take a break and come back and maybe discuss AI and how we could possibly do this, if we can do this, or if we have to do something very different for it. So ads are starting now, and I'll be back in a few minutes. All right. Welcome back. Zilby is still under the chair. He's not deciding to come out to hang out with us. So let's see. How do we get that to work? How does the entire AI thing work anyways? What did we do before? I kind of want to go and remind ourselves what that looks like. I guess it kind of depends upon what we're aiming for. A simple neural network where we can train, where it learns to play. Okay, so I guess therein lies the big problem. If we want a neural network, it has to run multiple instances of the game, doesn't it? And that I is that even possible with what we've built? Yes, you can speed everything up. Wait, but that's not that wouldn't be the thing, right? Like how would I have like 100, let's say we have like a pool of 100 entities, right? So we have 100 chips. And for those 100 chips, we put them into the game world. I guess that's what would have to happen is like we'd have to say like we're going to have 100 chips now, which is not, we didn't code it for 100 potential ships. We coded it for one chip at a time. So that might be a problem. Is there a neural evolutionary type thing we can do without a pool, like a generation? I guess neural evolutionary means that it has to be a pool of individuals over a long period of time, right? Oh, you can test each individual in that generation in sequence. Oh, I see what you mean. So we test and we play, like let's say we have 100 players, and so it plays. I don't have to have 100. I could just do 10. And then okay, how would I increase the speed? How can I increase the speed? Is that just telling Bevy somewhere to just run faster? Like where would I be able to set what the speed of the game is, which is really like how okay, is there a way to do that? Will you tell me how to do that? I don't this is just sort of saying like how to get initial setup. Nothing about like how to make things faster. Would it be somewhere in here we can find out? It's a lot of audio stuff. Shutter speed of the camera, which I don't think is what we want. Returns the speed the clock advances relative to your system clock as F32. So wait, can I set this somewhere? Set the speed of the clock advances relative to your system clock. For example, okay, app dot world. There's also time step. I don't think that's what I want. So I think maybe the set, the example set it. The yeah, so I see this app.world. Where does this come from? I mute app. Where do we get app from? Oh, there. Okay, so I can just here just say app dot set relative speed. That oh app dot world. Okay, so I have mute app app.world dot set relative speed, right? So app.world, there's no sets. We have add events and stuff like that. Okay, so where does this runner get used? Maybe some examples have it. Time and virtual time. That's not exactly what I'm going for. Oh, wait. No, here it is. Time. Okay. So this runner in this file is also okay. Line 113. Set runner. Okay, so app new. So the same place where I have like add systems, we can set runner. So I could do something like app set runner. So that's the function that will be called when the app is run. Okay. So if I just have like a pub function or just I guess private function set run set speed, you take in an app, which is an app dot world dot set. Nope, did not want that one. It's like what, 30 something? So runner is mute app, okay? There's no set there. Surya Prakash. Hello. Sorry about butchering your username. How are you doing today? How do I use a file tree in Helix? You don't. Unfortunately, Helix doesn't have a file tree, so you have to go outside of Helix for that functionality. Oh, I'm getting this. Resource mute. Okay, so resource mute time virtual like this. And then I can set relative speed to be 2.0, for example. Okay. That's set speed. So we handed the function like that. Okay, so now theoretically things will just run twice as fast. That what? That did not like it crashed or it ended. I just did okay, I did a run. Why didn't that work? Now you had the runner at the very bottom, didn't you? Before run. Okay. Oh, it's here. It's here. Okay. Okay. How about you? It didn't like that. It compiles just fine. So we want to resource mute, time virtual, set relative speed. Okay, what if I just do you like your normal? Relative speed is 1.0. Oh, you don't like that at all. Now, if I don't do anything, essentially, we just get the resource mute and we go from there. Huh. This function literally does nothing. Okay. Okay, so I set runner. Wait, this is Bevy itself. I don't care about that. Set runner, runner. Yeah, you don't return anything at all. You call banner. So, wait, by setting the runner, if I'm overwriting it, like running update and everything else, and so it's just quitting because it's not doing anything at all? That seems. I mean, that actually might make sense. Wait. So, okay, I'm getting. This is getting in from standard in. So, like, these are not coming from Bevy itself. This is from standard in. Like, if you're controlling the game speed there. If we don't do anything, app.update. So I think we have to do app.update, don't we? Every frame that it hits this. So that's in lines I have to care. So like basically hit update. It's going to call this every frame, isn't it? Because this quits out when I break. Ah, okay. So when I do the equivalent of this, and then also update. So set relative speed. Let's start with 1.0. And then we're also going to say app.update. Now, if I do this, panicked. Extract shaders does not exist. Uh-oh. The example for set runner has update in a loop. Yeah. Do I need this to be in an infinite loop? Like, do I need to set this? Webby, hello. How are you doing today? We're attempting to make an Asteroids game, which we've now made. The Asteroids game is fully playable, and we're experimenting around with what we can do to make the game play itself, like some kind of AI or system. And so we're sort of playing around with the idea of like, can I make this like run a little bit faster so that way the automation can learn a little bit better? What we're trying to figure out what our options are. So what if I do this in a loop, right? So like this would be outside the loop that happens once. And you would be in the loop that happens every time. And this would be an infinite loop, right? So if this is running in a thread, yeah, it might be overwriting the windowing runner. That does make sense. Render app channel. So I'm not. This doesn't look great. Okay, so let's see if we can go find the documentation for set runner. Sets the function that will be called when the app is run. The runner function, run function, is called only once by app.run. If the presence of a main loop in the app is desired, it is the responsibility of the runner function to provide it. The runner function is usually not set manually, but by Bevy integrated plugins. Okay. On startup, you can just get res mute. Okay. Let's do that. This isn't great. So in set speed, let's not set a runner. That example is not. I don't like it. It's not good. So I need to res mute for what? What am I res muting for? To get so set relative speed is time. The virtual time example is better. Hold on. Where was virtual time? But I think I can just get time, right? Oh, and GitHub. GitHub. Shows how time virtual can be used to pause, resume, slow down, and speed up a game. Okay, nice. So we add systems update. Okay. It's a system, right? Move. Change time speed. Change time speed. Oh, we get a res mute time virtual. This is what I want. And then we can increase the time speed. So update the speed by delta. What if I want to like increase it by more than delta? And I probably don't want to do that. I probably want to do the other one, right? So this is going to be just time, whatever. So res mute time. Okay, so yeah, so if I want to do, it wouldn't be startup. This would be a running game, right? So in all of update, so not starting, not get ready, and this one where we have like the ship colors. So we do in here, we're just gonna run set speed. And we're gonna have time. So it's probably gonna be a mute time, right? Yeah, mute time is a res mute. So mute time is a res mute time. And then, so you're using virtual. Now, where do you come from? I don't want virtual. I want relative, right? Okay, so it's time virtual, which means time. I can also have. So virtual. Oh, it's same. Okay, it's same with the virtual. So virtual. And then we're just going to do time dot set relative speed to 2.0. Okay. Oh, you're right. This might be instead of always because this just sets it once, right? And then it's just there. So what if instead of on update, we put this on start? Okay, so we have you. Get ready, playing, starting. Okay, so on enter starting, on startup. We just set the speed to be 2.0. Okay. So if we do this, it's hard to tell if that's faster or slower. Oh, that's faster. That is definitely faster. So, okay. I think this will work. What did I do to make it faster? Yeah, let's go over that. So, on ad system, so in the startup for ad systems, we now have a system set speed. I just invented hard mode. Yeah. Hard mode was already the only mode we had before. That now it's impossible mode. For this system, the only thing we're doing is we're grabbing time, which is a resource, and we're getting a virtual time, and we're setting the relative speed. And so I don't have to set it to 2. It's virtual to this. So I can make this be like anything, like 8. You want hard mode. Okay, so now we can play that as much as we want. Coffee, no. It kind of looks like the color of coffee, but it's a breakfast smoothie I made for myself. I put in some green stuff, and then it some blueberries, and that made it brown. Because blueberries make everything brown. Thane, hello. How are you doing today? Rust keywords are strange. Yeah, Rust keywords can get a little bit strange, can't they? Okay, so what do I want to do for this? Now okay, so let's add in a plan for this. We'll do now. We would want like set speed of game to like really fast. We have that. Like we can do that now. What else do we want to do with this? We want to, let's see, if I remember correctly, we need to create a pool. And actually we have, let's see if I can go find the previous game that we did. And what was that called? Was it this one? Exploring Evolutionary Programming GGEZ? I think so. Yeah, so we need to do something like this. We made it really fast. The game is here. I'll show you. It's lovely. Definitely needs to be a bot now to play it. And I'm remembering how we do the neuroevolutionary stuff. So we're gonna have to create a bot. I would do all the population. And I kind of want to just take everything that we have here, and then I don't know if we might want to just recreate this because that will help me remember how this works. Now this was in the other. Okay, this is in that other repo, which is Nope, didn't want to close that. Stop. Those of you, rename you. Okay, so when I create a bot, I can create like a population, which that has our population, which creates a size, and it does all of these things. Okay, that's kind of what I want. You know, I wonder, maybe we should just copy this entire thing over and use it. So this bot is in Exploring Evolutionary Programming GGZ. Now, if I don't want to, let's see, I can copy it. We can, maybe we'll ditto it. Okay, so I think that works. Yeah, I didn't accidentally create like a double bot there. So we have a bot here, and then so I need to. Let's see, we have no workspace. Okay, we'll add it here. Okay, so I think you're going to be happy there. Let's see if oh wait, language server exited. Which language server? The other one seems to be loading. Okay. Russ seems to be happy still. So if we go to bot, we need to figure out how to use this and how it all works again. Are you happy? You are happy. Okay, I'm able to get help with this. So we have our population, we have our graded retain percent, non-graded retain percent. Now the plane of this is going to be very, very different, but that might be through the game and not this. Okay, so we have when we create it creates a new population. And so I would need to do this once and then keep it in memory somewhere, which would probably be somewhere in here. So I have struct game. Oh, I probably put you in here. So if I do something like struct bot, so that could be bot like that. Can I do that? Ooh, add game. So you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be unhappy. Yeah, okay. Game defined here. Oh, I can just add the thing in, right? So if I and then population size. Let's do something small, like 8. Okay. So then you're happy. So now I have a bot with a population that creates a new population. We set our gradient retain percent. Okay, so whatever we're gonna keep these right now and we can tweak them later. And that gives us all of this, okay? But then we have to play where it has to make moves. And this is where it's going to get interesting, right? And potentially not super great with an ECS, or maybe not, like, just not taking advantage of any ECS abilities. So if I want to play this, we have to give it the game info. And this is super super specific to the game that we're in. Right, I remember that now. It's like I'm probably going to want to change these into the vector. So like we're using glam here. That's cargo add Bevy. Okay, so we are the ship. So I guess what do we care about this? We where are all the information that we need, right? We have the ship, so we have the world size, right? So like we have world size, and that's going to be a vec2, I think. It's going to be that. We have our position. It's going to be a vec3. We have our rotation too, right? So, which is, what is our rotation? It's a quat. Oh no. Okay. What? It's a quad again? A quat is a what am I doing for this? Rotation quad default. I transform rotation, rotate Z. Okay, is the Z the only thing I care about? I'm a little bit concerned. I can just throw in the quad though. You know what else I could do? I could just have it be one of these. Hold on. What if I do something like, oh, that was resources, right? World size. Yeah, that's a resource. So game info. Isn't it world size? Pub struct world size. Oh, but resources must not be in there. Okay. Okay, so but I can't find it the other way around. It okay, so never mind. I do need to do something like a let's do like a vec 2 for that. We can just make everything a vec 3. That'll be fine. So then we have our position. So vec 3. We have our rotation, which is a quat apparently. Then okay, so where we how big everything is, where we are, how much we're rotated by. Do I care about like the number of bullets that exist? Maybe I do. Let's see. The bare minimum things. Okay, so those are good. Yeah, we could do the number of bullets. What is the purpose of this? Uh, game info is where we get to pass this into as the bot is learning. So it's like, okay, these are all the information that's going to be taken in to like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is the state of everything, and then it like multiplies everything and does all the magic for neuroevolution. So every frame it takes all this stuff in. Asitsu, you were here for the neuroevolution stuff we did before, right? Oh, you weren't. Okay. Yeah, this is where we learned all this stuff by trial and error and figuring it out. No, Asitsu. Sorry, Shandu. Yeah, so we learned this through some articles we read, and is sort of like trial and error with off of one of the coding games. And so game info, the way this is working is game info gets passed in to bot source. As we play, we take in game info and it loops through all the individuals in a population. Oh, well, that's okay. So, oh, everything is going to have to be different here, isn't it? Because if we're doing turn based, where like each one gets a turn to play, and we remember that this is all going to have to be very different method of learning. Oh, okay. So we might need to rewrite all this everything from scratch. So I can't just use this, which is unfortunate. Or I have to rewrite the game again with the idea of doing this with multiple ships, which also, I mean, that would work too, but like I might want to take a break before doing that. Okay, so I suppose another thing that we could do, no, because I couldn't grade it properly if I tried to like every frame Just say like, hey, what were you doing? Is that best? Like, how do I determine what a best move is or not? It's really like, how long did it live? That's the thing. Okay. I think what we might do, what I might have to do is take a break, and then next week we can pick this back up again and move forward with it. Am I drinking chocolate milk or is that a protein thingy? Yeah, it's not chocolate milk. There's no chocolate in it. It has blueberries in it, but then also like I did have some like protein powder and some other things. It's a smoothie that I put some like green stuff into, but then after the protein powder and after like a couple fruits and some blueberries, that turned it brown. Blueberries tend to turn everything brown, I've noticed. It's that blue color, like the dark blue color. It's not, it doesn't make it great. So now sometimes I get it to be like bright green, but it's because I don't have any blueberries whatsoever. But I ran out of other fruits, so it's like, okay, well, I guess we're having a brown smoothie today. It doesn't taste brown at all. It's it's very opposite to what it looks like. Okay, so let's figure out what the plan would probably needs to be. We can set the speed of the game to be really fast, which is great. Um, I probably want to update this, right? So it's not just that we set the game to be really fast. I probably want to be able to toggle it back and forth to be really fast. So, um, catch. Let's see. Toggle speed on, I don't know, like some key. Maybe I can even use the number keys to like have how fast we're moving. So like toggle speed on um number key. I want to set speed based upon that, and then also display speed somewhere. I probably also need like a bot mode or not. So we toggle like bot mode on or off. And then we have the entire neural network thing. So how does this work? We need to, so like the first step is we create a population, right? So we're going to create a population, but then we're going to have them run one at a time. So the AI. We're going to create a population. We have all these things here. We're not going to worry too much about that. When we play, the bot plays one at a time, right? And then what was this? And run. Oh, right, because then it chooses who lives and who dies. So we play, okay, so we create the population. We then say like for each individual, we want to run through the entire game. So it's going to be play each round, right? So like play until it dies. Yeah, and I think play until it dies is fine because after 15 seconds, it will be killed by that UFO. Play until it dies. Back to here. After all the individuals are done, then we want to do the entire next thing. Unless it wins by killing it. But if it kills the UFO, it moves to level 2, which now has 2 asteroids and another UFO. There is no winning of the game. Eventually you die because there's going to be so many. Yeah, I don't imagine it can play forever, I guess. If it gets to the point where it's playing forever, I win because I've successfully made a neural evolutionary bot that can play like forever. I think that's fine. Okay, so create population for each individual. We play until it dies. After all of the individuals are dead, I want to do the update thing, which is oh yeah. I do that here. Let me go back into the not broken. If I can survive this, we will see. Nope, don't need to do that. I should be able to survive this. I'm good enough to beat one level of the game, right? Where's that UFO coming in? Oh, okay. Never mind. I can't. I've beaten one level before. It'll be a lot easier if I can make myself turn faster. But that's cheating. Oh, I couldn't get away from it in time. But yeah, if I successfully make it, if I successfully kill all the asteroid pieces, it starts a new level. Oh, I got it. Okay, we're gonna get to level 2 now. Unless this one little tiny asteroid piece kills me. Which would be hilarious. You believe me? Uh-oh. So it turns out I suck at the game. Uh where did I put the thing? It's good luck. Those bots are gonna need. The bots are gonna be better than me after not very long. Rotate speed, rotate speed. Oh, because I have rotate speed. Where did I put rotate speed? rotate speed will make me better, right? I can add more bullets to my pool too. That UFO is pretty nasty. When it spawns so close to me, it's like, it's so dangerous because it instantly kills you essentially. All right. Well, anyways, when I do successfully get through all the asteroids, which I have done one time before, it basically just brings you back to the starting soon screen. It brings you back to here, except now there's n+1 asteroids. So that's it. Basically, there's a level forever now. So because of that, they can play until they die, right? So the bots can play until they die. Oh, ads are starting soon? Plays until it dies. Okay, we do this thing. And then I need to do the standard thing you do with bots. Which is we need to increase do the new generation. So we need to yeah, it's like then next generation, so next gen the bots. And then it has to start playing the game again, right? So like for each individual start a new game, play until it dies. Next gen the bots. And this is just gonna be a forever loop, right? Okay. I think that's the thing. And we can tweak it to make the game a little bit easier for them too. And then something that would be nice for something like this would be after each generation, let's also save the weights. Save the weights at the end of every gen. And then we can do something like load weights from file. That would be nice. Because what could be interesting then is then you are all going to, if you want to, play and like tweak the numbers and everything else, and then you can give me new weights to try, and we're like, hey, here's your weight bot. What's going to change in each individual? So the way we did this before is the one we did here, the individual had a rotate perceptron and a fire perceptron and a score. That's all it really had. And so it was storing where it was rotated. So it was a perceptron of rotation and a perceptron of firing. So I would probably need a perceptron of... See, those are the things that it can do, right? So it can be... It can be the rotate perceptron for like move left, move right, do nothing, and then another one for firing. Oh, and then another one for... Oh, I keep on forgetting. We actually have teleport. So one for choosing to teleport or not. Anything else? I don't think we need anything else for what it would be storing. And then obviously its score, which is based upon how many asteroids it's destroyed. And I think, yeah, then so I think that's what it's going to store. And those are also what it's going to change. And I think like part of the individual is probably going to be able to stay the same, right? It's going to be the runner, the loader, the thing that like sort of runs the entire thing needs to be reorganized for one at a time. Okay. This is going to be the next step. All right, that's all pushed up in case you're all interested in that and want to take a look at it. I am, it's after 12. I need, I believe, to go and work on the rest of my day. I've got some other work that I need to do and some housework and other things. Oh, I've been having ads run for a long time. I don't need that. Sorry about that. So the plan is I'll be back online next week to continue working on this. And I think that's all I need. So with that, thank you everybody for hanging out with me today. Yeah, I'm done for streaming this week because I have some people coming over, so I won't have time to stream. So I'll be doing Monday, Tuesday next week, I believe. Although I'll be finalizing the schedule usually on Saturday or Sunday. And so if you're on the Discord, you'll probably see a message about that sometime on the weekend. So with that, thank you again for hanging out, and I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.